Well, and that's what I wanted to get into next was, Red Bull Imagination. It's probably, if not one of the sickest free ride events there has ever been. And this was just an idea that you had, and it wasn't even really supposed to be an event at first.
Yeah. So, I mean, with Red Bull Imagination, the idea of it is to build a skate park on steroids for dirt bikes. And we have lightning in a bottle in our right hand with power. Like, as long as you trust the power and your instincts.
And the builder. Mr. Jason Baker from Dream Tracks.
Yeah, the best builder.
So our buddy Jason Baker is the one that built, him and his whole crew builds a Red Bull Match. They build all the Supercross tracks. Like, the dude's a badass on a tractor. Like, can literally do anything.
Yeah, and it's cool. So, like, he's always in a blueprint of having to build the Supercross track to like this certain scale, like distance side to side, and then jumps at a certain height, certain distance, all of that. And now, with just as much as it's my imagination of these jumps that I've always wanted to build, it's his imagination too, of being able to like have free reign to build whatever he wants. So in all of it, like, I would take inspiration from, back in the day to all the Krusty films, to us riding in Beaumont and Ritchie Canyon and Ocotillo and all these really cool natural skate parks, but man, make them and hold it in like one area. And then also going back to like Do Tour events and like X Fighters Glen Helen, of like the crazy,
having legit courses with dope jumps,
courses of all times. And now, like, it's with everything that the nature of sport, it changes and progresses. Like, freestyle is now like one jump and a mobile landing, basically one ramp and a landing, when it used to be the really sick courses. So trying to bring some of that inspiration back, and the whole idea for the event was, it wasn't even an event at first. It was more of an athlete project to bring my friends in and
do a video,
film a
right?
really cool project, and then basically 3 to 5 year plan. Like, look, we can now take this, something like this, and this formula, and turn it into a contest for free riding, which as free riding, like, I grew up racing, and it's either in our sport and our culture, it's either you race or you freestyle.
Yeah.
And I'd stopped racing, and I wasn't quite a freestyler. So,
and you've already spoke your opinion on, I don't want to learn tricks.
I mean, and it's not that I don't, like, I just think like I've done the flip into a pit a couple times, but I'm just like, me being a role model for the next generation of like, hey, you don't have to do this, and you don't have to race, and you don't have to go chuck meat and do double backflips.
Yep.
There's an outlet in between there, and I've gone this long without doing it. Like, it's kind of cool to be able to show kids like, hey, you can still
hey, I really am a pussy,
and have a personality and do this. Like, and this is not a knock on freestyle at all. Like, I'm super good homies with the whole entire world, and everyone is so gnarly and does so much gnarly things, but I don't know. It just doesn't quite. It's just not.
It's just not your deal.
It's not my thing.
No, so. I think it's cool. You've always just stayed true to yourself. It's going back to like doing what you want and what you feel.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I think it's rad.